Hello Nova Nation, it's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski here with a preview and a recap video for the Big East Tournament. The championship is tonight, Villanova versus UConn at 7 p.m. in Uncasville, Connecticut at Mohegan Sun Arena. So a big game coming up, but you may ask, how did Villanova get there? Well, they got there with a 62-48 win last night against Seton Hall in the semifinals. It was a third win this season for Villanova against the Pirates. So the Wildcats swept all three games against Seton Hall this season, and it was not a perfect win from Villanova. The Wildcats shot less than 20% from behind the arc, had one of the worst three-point shooting games of the season, but Bryn McCary scored 16 points. She was really good, especially in the second half for the Wildcats. Jasmine Bosco scored 15 points, and Villanova did enough offensively to win this game, but also the defense was really stellar. I mean, Seton Hall shot less than 20% from behind the arc as well. Villanova did a really good job just defensively all game long for 40 minutes. So a very good defensive battle for Villanova last night. The win against Seton Hall. We'll see if the offense can improve, but I think it's fair to say, right, Villanova comes into the championship tonight with 25 overall wins, but the two wins in Big East tournament play haven't been great, right? The first game was just a little bit slow defensively, right? Providence was able to hang around in that game, keep it in single digits by the end of the contest, and then yesterday the offense just got off to a pretty hot start, but then kind of slowed down a little bit. So I think for Villanova, want to play more of a complete 40 minutes, especially offensively tonight against UConn, and you have to play pretty much perfect against this UConn team. You have to be flawless because UConn is flawless, right? They're the #1 team in the country. The Huskies are 33-0 this season, another undefeated season. They have easily gotten past their two games so far in Big East tournament play, with a win against Georgetown, a blowout win against Creighton by almost 50 points yesterday. And this UConn team, what do they do well? Well, they do a lot of things well. They score about 90 points a game. They only give up 50 points per contest. Their defense is really good. They put a ton of pressure on you. They force a ton of turnovers. Offensively, they shoot 40% as a team from behind the arc. Yes, 40%. The one weakness for this UConn team, they're not the best free throw shooting team. They don't get to the line a ton. That's one of their biggest weaknesses. But also, they will turn the ball over at times, about 12 or 13 turnovers per game. But when they shoot the ball as well as they do, really that doesn't matter at the end of the day. They're still blowing out teams by a wide margin. Sarah Strong, she is the Big East Player of the Year. She averages almost 19 points a game, 8 rebounds per contest. She has been awesome here in her second season, her sophomore campaign with the Huskies. And then AZ Fudd, right? She's been here for a long time at UConn. She averages around 17 points per game as well. So they have a really good stars at the top. But also, too, Coach Dillon talked about this in her post-game press conference yesterday after the win against Seton Hall. This UConn team is just really deep. They have a ton of depth, especially compared to the last couple of years where they've dealt with some injuries. They're mainly a really healthy team. They have a ton of depth this year. Their bench is really deep. So this UConn team is going to be really, really tough to beat. I think for Villanova, like I said, you have to play pretty much flawless. Villanova has to shoot the ball better tonight than they did last night against Seton Hall. Villanova wants to be at least in the mid to high 30s in this game from behind the arc, if not better, limit turnovers as well for the Wildcats tonight. Well, again, 7 p.m., the Big East Tournament Championship in Uncasville. I'll have coverage on my social media. Villanova versus UConn. Thanks for tuning in to this preview and recap video. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cats!